Ready for Easter? Is that a big thing over there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We got released early from like work today, so that was nice. But probably just having family like dinner on Sunday, and that's probably about it, really.
Mm-hmm.
Released early from work, so what, you don't get Good Friday off work completely?
No, I think we have like a standard set of holidays that they give us, every year. It's like listed out somewhere, but Good Friday isn't one of them, because if they do that, then they have to do it for, all religious things. So then we wouldn't come to work for Hanukkah.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that the USA was a Christian nation?
Yeah, but it's technically, I think it's like illegal to do stuff like that in a workplace.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, I think we've got it good here because we get Good Friday off and we get Monday off as well.
Nice.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you another thing about Easter as well. Is that, do you guys know what hot cross buns are?
I know the song.
No.
The 1 a penny, 2 a penny hot cross bun thing?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. That's weird to me because hot cross buns are like the thing at Easter. Well, besides chocolate, of course, but
Yeah.
it's the thing that people start complaining about a month before Easter because they're already in the shops. Little sweet buns with, I don't know, some sort of cross on top of them. Yeah,
Okay.
I was surprised. I learned during the week that it wasn't a thing, in North America.
Yeah, no. I had no idea what they even were until right now.
Me neither.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Did you guys listen to last week's show?
Yeah, I listened through most of it.
I started it, but never got to finish it. I usually finish them, but this is the first time I think I didn't finish it on one today. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been so busy this week, man. Work's just riding me.
Oh, really?
Haven't had the chance, but yeah, I'll get around to it.
That's all right. Dean and I did get a bit rambly talking about his YouTube channel for a little while there. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about basically the first 3 topics? Pretty much all the same thing.
Oh no, they're all about it pretty much. I think there's like 1 or 2 that's not.
Yeah, and I actually had to be a bit picky about not making every single topic the same thing, because I think that all the top 5 topics were about
Cambridge
something to do with
Analytica.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll just read out the first one, which is that the iPhone protected you from Facebook call scraping, Android not so much, which is an article from iMore. Do you guys read iMore?
Probably
no.
when something comes up and I'm interested about it, but never probably specifically subscribed to that group.
Yeah, me neither. I think they do have a bit of, what do you call it when you're like blind to all the faults of Apple?
Yeah.
Extreme bias.
Extreme bias, yeah.
I mean, your site is called iMore, so I don't know how much
Yeah.
you would expect.
Yeah, they definitely cater to an audience, of which there are a lot of people because they're a very popular site, but I don't read it myself. But the gist of this article is that some people started downloading their Facebook data from Facebook, which Facebook lets you do. And what they found was that for quite a few years, Facebook has actually been collecting information on the people you've called, not from Facebook, or from Messenger, but from the Android phone app. Mm-hmm. So they log who you called, when you called them, and how long the call was for.
Yeah, which doesn't sound like a lot in terms of not listening in on the actual conversation. But when I read about some things and read on some things that just from that stuff, they can determine and figure out a lot of stuff just by those things that they already know from that.
Yeah, especially with all the other information they collect on you already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, most of the stuff you're giving up willingly, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a step over the line on that one. Like,
Yep.
really, what do they need that information for?
Yeah.
Growth at any cost, if you saw that other article from yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
About, they said something about, I should really read it because it was pretty inflammatory, but one of the Facebook executives said that growth at any cost was the goal of Facebook, even if it meant lives were lost in the process, which is extreme. But I know.
You're a social media
God.
website. Like, what in the world, man? Chill out.
What the heck?
Imagine if a law enforcement agency had collected people's phone call data like this from some random app on your phone.
It'd be chaos.
Oh, yeah.
There would probably be more of an uproar than this. So I don't know why this isn't an even bigger thing than it is.
Because you willingly gave it up whenever you installed the app and it asked it to take control of your calls. So, I mean, Android has that little pop-up that says, you allow this to do these, 9 things when you install this app. And you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. So, yeah. I mean, it's different, a little bit different than the FBI or the NSA or some, three-letter agency just, silently doing it behind the scenes.
Yeah, so the 3-letter thing here is API because apparently the Android API was changed in version 16 to not to introduce granular controls on things like this. But the Facebook app still to this day targets an older version of the API where there is no granular control. So they can still, to this day, I believe, get that data if they wanted to.
Well, at that point, I blame Google. How do you even allow that access without the ability to turn it off? Like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, yeah, you blame Facebook for taking it, but blame Google for allowing it to happen. That's crazy.
Yeah, sure is. And yeah, so the point of the article is that Apple never allowed it, which I'm happy about. Have you guys deleted Facebook?
Yes.
I haven't. I don't have it on my phone, but I still have it up, mostly just for all the pictures and stuff I'm tagged in from like the Band-Aids and stuff. I want to keep it, but yeah, I never use it. It's just there as kind of like a photo archive almost.
Yeah, I never really used it anyways either. But like when all this stuff started coming out, I was just like, okay, it's pretty crazy. Kind of got my attention a little. And I don't remember what put me over the edge to actually be like, okay, I'm deleting this. But I just remember something, and it was probably an article or something. I don't know what it was, but something came out a little bit after all this thing exploded, and it just put me over the edge. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, not doing this anymore.
Does that extend to Facebook's other services, Christian? Like you've got Messenger, which is extremely popular amongst my friend group, and WhatsApp as well.
I don't have WhatsApp. But I had Messenger, but that I probably used once and never used since then. So I probably was going to delete any day now anyways. So. And
of course there's Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kept Instagram though.
Yep. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I can't see myself deleting Messenger, unfortunately, because it is probably equally as used amongst my friends group as iMessage is. So, yeah, I'm keeping Facebook, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, the more stuff you can keep off of there and the less you use it, I guess, the better. But,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just too big now. I mean, again, I remember getting it back in, 2008 or 9. And, yeah, I mean, it was just like an exclusive thing. And now, my great-grandmother has a Facebook page. It's like, all right, well, this isn't cool anymore. It's like, all right, I'm not using this anymore. As soon as I post a photo of me wasted, I'm going to have my grandmother calling me like, you shouldn't put that online. It's like, all right, never mind, no more.
Have you seen the old people Facebook subreddit?
Oh my
That's
gosh, yes.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
That is the best.
Equally as good as insane people Facebook.
Wait, that's a thing?
I could just imagine.
Yeah, that's a thing as well.
Oh, I got to find that one too.
So, David, your great-grandmother is still kicking on.
No, not at all. Just that was an exaggeration, but just to make a point.
I was thinking there. I was like, wait a minute.
If she was alive, I'm guaranteed she'd have a Facebook. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I'd say my grandmother, she has got Facebook, and she's turning 90 next month, actually.
Yeah.
So is that old enough?
Yeah,
it pretty much counts as a great grandmother.
Yeah, if you're 90 and you have a Facebook, then yeah, everyone has one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the young people who don't have it these days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know what they're using now. I'm getting too old, man. I'm not hip anymore. I'm sure there's some
Snapchat though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is Snapchat now.
I would want to say it's Snapchat, but at the same time, I know that it's definitely. I think Snapchat and Instagram are extremely close, and Instagram probably is just slightly more popular.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Most people I know would use Instagram over Snapchat, although, the sample size of people I'm friends with doesn't tend to be people who are teenagers, really, at the moment. 'Cause, I think Instagram is also driving a few people away recently, though, with the whole non-chronological feed anymore.
Oh
and why
gosh,
do social media apps do that? Why does Twitter do it, Instagram do it? Everyone seems to do it, and everyone seems to hate it. So it's a little pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
hate it too.
Like, When did this happen, and whose idea was it? Because it drives me nuts every day.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they're trying to do is make sure you don't miss anything, you know. So if you're on at 8 p.m. and you have to scroll through, you know, 1,000 photos to get back to one that was posted at 8 a.m., it's kind of annoying. But yeah, I still don't understand it. For stuff like, I mean, I can kind of get on board with Instagram. It's not as bad having it out of time, but like if Twitter ever actually does start doing that, it's going to kill the platform entirely, because that's completely based on like real time events and things happening now. And just to mess
Twitter,
with that would be
I feel like
crazy.
Twitter does do it to some degree though already, does it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well,
they
it's like
started.
slightly, but they have like it's more
You
of just
can
like a
kinda-
section that you can
yeah,
hide.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's not like you're scrolling through your timeline and it's completely out of order, just sorted by, you know, the topmost thing posted all day. But you'll have a section of like, oh, here are some popular ones from 7 a.m. when you haven't checked in 5 hours. These were popular then. You might have missed them. But again, you can
that's
swipe
true.
it away
Yeah.
or whatever. So it's not as bad. Not as gross as Instagram, which is just straight up your best guess on what you're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Instagram for me is like check it in the morning, check it at night. It's the same thing at the top, basically.
Yeah.
It has got better, I found, in the last couple of weeks, but it was like that for months. It was really frustrating.
I feel like if Instagram were to remove that, or at least make it so you can disable or enable that, I feel like I know mine, but I think a lot of other people's usage and amount of time they use Instagram will go up a lot, because I just feel like going on there and seeing like the same thing I've already seen, or just it's all out of order, or something from 2 months ago is up at the top or something like that. I just go back out of that app and go into something else, you know? I just feel like it's useless.
Exactly.
And if that wasn't there to keep me doing that, I would probably get stuck on Instagram for an extended period of time.
Yeah, what I've
Just on the
resorted
Twitter-
to is...
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever. I've just resorted to, if I see something, or even just going to like somebody's page and just going through there to see their, you know, posts from the last time, instead of actually looking at a timeline anymore. It's like I'll, you know, check these 10 people that I really care about if they've posted something, or they usually post cool stuff, to just look through that instead of looking through my my timeline.
It's almost as bad as Apple News, which always seems to show me things from yesterday as well, which is a segue into the next topic. Which is, I'll just read it out. After Cambridge Analytica scandal, publishers see Apple News as a solid alternative to being burned by Facebook and Google. So, yeah, do you guys actually have this problem with Apple News? I've subscribed to probably maybe half a dozen news sources, but it always seems to be at least half a day behind, like what these news sources are actually publishing. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I can't really say much because I don't even use Apple News. So
Yeah, I tried to get
Christian
into
might have
it.
a better idea.
I tried to get into it quite a few times, but I don't ever use it. Like, the one problem I have with it is it forces so much to you, but if you want to have your own like interests and all that stuff that you really care about, you have to go into the app and do it. Like, not where, I mean, maybe sometimes I'll get a notification about something that I care about or something I'm subscribed to, but other than that, like, I just get a bunch of random stuff pushed as a notification to me or on my watch face or whatever. But it's just a waste of time. I personally really love the Google feed that you can get on with just getting on the Google app. Like, I really love that. I go on to that during the day when I'm bored, and that works fine for me.
Yeah, top tip in news is just to unsubscribe from, or unheart, I guess, unfollow, whatever the terminology is for news, the top news features, and then just subscribe or heart or follow to the news sources that you actually want to see. And not many of them support push notifications for top stories.
That's a problem as well.
Yeah. What's the Google one you mentioned? Is that just an app?
No, just if you're on Google. The thing about this that I love is it not only do in the beginning you just set your interests up, but as you use the Google app and all the stuff that it has and just your Google account, it like you would think like machine learning, it puts in all the stuff that you search and knows all the stuff that you get interested in, and it changes your feed according to the data it collects about you, and it's really, really nice. It's just the Google app.
Right. You're just talking about Google News, right? The thing that's been around for it's probably a decade now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it refreshes really fast.
Yeah, that's one thing Apple News doesn't have. Although it does have the
Yeah.
whole, if you like this article, then you will get more articles like this. I've never seen any definite examples of that happening, but that's how it's supposed to work. Did you guys watch well, not watch, I guess they didn't stream it, but the Apple Education event the other day?
I didn't know.
I watched as much as I could find. I mean, I saw that the full thing was on Apple, the actual website, their website, but by the time I got to that, it had already been way too long of trying to find it on YouTube and everywhere else. It took them a long time to get them to upload it. I really wish they would have live streamed it.
Yeah, it's funny that they didn't. Although there wasn't a whole lot announced, so
Yeah.
I guess they could be forgiven because live streaming it is probably a huge cost.
Yeah.
One of the last, I think it was WWDC, or it might have been one of the iPhone events, but I think it was Akamai, the content delivery network, said it was the largest video traffic they'd ever seen, which is the live stream of the Apple event. This is a year or two ago, so it might have changed now, but yeah, it generates an incredible amount of data, so it must also be quite expensive.
Yeah, I really
Sure.
enjoy watching those live.
Yeah, I didn't really try to tune into this one because I knew it was just going to be some iPad stuff, which, isn't that exciting. And especially geared towards classrooms and whatnot. I don't think there was be too much interest from myself personally.
Yeah, it's basically an iPad, a non-pro iPad that supports an
6.
Apple Pencil. Is that what they're calling it?
Well, that's what I've heard a lot of people. It is the 6th generation iPad, so
Why not just the new iPad?
I don't know.
That's what they called all the other ones, man.
Yeah. Or
So
iPad
just gonna be,
2018. Because didn't they have last year was iPad 2017 or something like that?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's exactly right, yep.
Is it really the 6th generation, or are they just like skipping stuff now? Or
That's true.
I don't even know if it is. I really don't.
Could be iPad 30.5 and we wouldn't even know it.
Right.
30.5 what, inches? That's huge.
Yeah.
Also known as the iPad TV.
Yes.
Imagine if they made an iPad that big. That would be crazy. It would look so good on a wall. Because basically TVs that you buy in the shops, they're pretty ugly for the most part. And an iPad looks, reasonably good. So stretch that out to 30 inches and hang it on a wall.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Great.
I digress. Alongside the iPad is a new crayon stylus from Logitech, which is just
I couldn't find
cheap
that.
Apple Pencil. What to buy? What do you mean?
No, I was hearing a lot about that, but I didn't find any part where they talked about that. I have to really actually go watch the full thing, and actually wanted to see what it looked like and everything. But the whole thing with the Apple Pencil support on the $299 or $349, I think it was, iPad is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the A10 Fusion chip is in there as well. Also some new software updates, mostly targeted at schools and classes.
Yeah, maybe they'll finally add support for multiple user accounts. I mean, they're kind of halfway getting there. At least what I saw from the pictures. But
Yeah, the class
Yeah.
kit. They announced that, didn't they announce that, was it the last WWDC or was it before then? Cause
It was before then.
Yeah, it
iOS
was a
9 has
long
supported
time ago.
multi-user iPads in the classroom.
yeah.
So that's, it'll be 12 this year, so
my gosh.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's still
I saw
a dream.
a couple
Got it.
for the non-school people. Yeah,
That's fine. I'm still waiting on iMessages in the cloud, so we'll
I
probably
got jealous
bury that
about
along
the
with it.
200 gigabytes free of iCloud storage.
yeah, that's pretty good. Why aren't we getting that?
Yeah, we get 5 gigabytes and you pay $1 and you get 50. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm paying for. Well, I've got the family plan thing though, so I'm just paying for the 2 terabyte plan at the moment, which I think is $15 a month or something like that. It's not too much, but
Yeah. Even that's
but yeah,
not-
5 gig free. It's terrible. Maybe we'll get an upgrade. Yeah, when we get iMessage in the cloud
that would be nice.
and AirPlay too.
Yeah.
Did AirPlay
So
2
never.
come in 11.3? It didn't? It
Nope.
never. Dang, that sucks.
It was in the betas.
Yeah,
Betas
it was in the
all the way
first one
up
and then it
to-
got removed.
It was in the last one as well.
It was?
Yep.
And then they didn't put it in 11.3, the Gold Master.
Nope.
That's really dumb.
Well, they're pacing themselves.
They're
You see.
playing with our emotions.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They're just holding to their word and trying to just harden their their software here, pulling features left and right. 11.3 was supposed to be this big thing, and I think all we got were new Animojis, and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the battery thing, but other than that, I don't think so.
yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the really cool stuff just got pulled. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if AirPlay 2 was in the betas or not, but that's definitely not there as well.
yeah.
And alongside 11.3, we got 10.13.4 for High Sierra, 11.3 for HomePod, WatchOS 4.3. Man, tons of stuff came out yesterday.
Yeah, I think tvOS 11.3 as well.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, basically
supposedly
everything got updated.
Supposedly we're supposed to be getting an 11.4 too, which is kind of different.
Well, you'd kind of expect there to be another update before iOS 12.
Yeah, because
that won't be out until September.
Yeah, it's a little early this year, I feel like.
So the updates that came in High Sierra 10.13.4 were business chat conversations in messages. That's US only, so I've no idea what that is really. Support for external graphics, which is pretty nice. A couple of bug fixes and features in Safari. And also, Safari doesn't autofill password forms anymore until you actually tell it to, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, because it's really convenient when you go to a website and it just fills in your login without you having to do anything. But also, I believe it's not that difficult to scrape that data, like if you're the website owner, before you submit the form. So that's privacy for you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any problems? Or?
I wonder how easy it would be to just scrape it once you type it in too, though.
Yeah, I think the point is that you might go to a website and then realize that it's a dodgy website and decide not to type it in. It's a pretty small window.
Right, yeah, but Safari thinks you actually wanted to sign in and it has your credentials already. So, yeah, got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I updated my work computer last night and it didn't go so well. It started to reboot and then didn't reboot and ended up in recovery mode and just a log dump saying it couldn't update. So
wow,
that's great. Love that.
And was that just from the previous version, like from 10.13.3 to 4?
Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with my new Mac at work, but I think it's mostly due to we use Sophos antivirus there, and it's causing all sorts of problems. But I'm pretty sure that has to do with it. Like basically, I cannot reboot my computer without resetting my SMC every time. I literally cannot restart my computer; it will hang in the middle of it every single time. But yeah, I was able to get back into the OS and then try the install again. After I removed Sophos, and then everything went fine. But yeah.
That's the price you pay for having antivirus on your Mac.
Yeah, well, it's a virus itself, so I get it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I had to run the update 2 times. That was the only weird thing. Like, I clicked update, it rebooted, installed the update, started up again, and said there was an update again of the same thing. It did it again. And then it was right after that.
Yeah, I wonder if they're having problems or something, because I know they didn't release at the same time as everything else. It kind of got delayed for a couple hours there.
Yeah, okay. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
It nearly always released during the night for me, so
gotcha.
I just wake up and it's all there.
Yeah, because everything I think came out at like 1, but Mac OS I think was like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it came a couple hours later.
And they're all actually a little bit later than the new iPad 2018 or iPad 6.
Yeah, they got it a day update early.
Yeah, a whole day early.
Of course, nobody had them, but
yeah.
What a strange thing.
I think there was probably like some major bug in the new iPads, and so they had to push it out early for that one to fix it.
But the thing is, they're still shipping with the previous version of iOS.
Yeah.
So how does it really help to do it a day early?
Okay, I really have no idea why then.
Some intern messed up, I'm sure. Just released it by accident. They're like, well, whatever. We'll just leave it.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah. You're fired, but we'll leave it. Yeah, I don't know. That's really strange.
So updates to the watch as well is that the Siri face now shows you your activity rings like in a little card, which is pretty nice. Because previously it wouldn't really tell you anything until the end of the day, and it might say, walk 10 minutes to fill your rings. Christian, I noticed you've been walking quite a lot with your watch because I get little updates now from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been getting quite a few from you guys as well.
I hope they're not all in the middle of the night and waking you up.
No, they're not. No, that's what I was surprised with. They're not. Because I thought about that the other day when I reached my, I think it was some award. I think it was the March one. And it said all the users you're sharing with will be notified. And it had me thinking about you. And I was like, because I get them during the day. And I was like, how am I not getting these at night? It was really weird.
Yeah, I think it's because the watch only alerts you to other people's activity when you're actually wearing the watch.
Yeah.
So unless you're wearing it in bed, then it's not going to be too bad.
Yeah.
Although I do have to resist sending you those corny canned responses, like, you know, when you close a ring and it notifies me, and then it's got the canned responses like 100, 100, 100, or I can't remember any of the others. But yeah, I guess that would wake you up if I responded. The other thing that came to the watch was better HomePod support. I guess you can now, I haven't actually tried this feature, but apparently you can control what's playing on the HomePod from your watch, which you couldn't do before.
Ooh.
Yeah, now you'll have to get a HomePod. And
No thanks.
okay. The HomePod also got an update. The only thing that I noticed with that update is that I can now no longer play podcasts. So that's a great update for me.
What?
It's a feature.
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah, it's a feature.
The HomePod, the Siri has slowly been getting worse for me. Like, to start with, I could say, Siri, play the sports news and listen to the sports news, and then maybe 3 or 4 weeks after getting the HomePod, it would say, now playing sports from blah, 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 and then it would just stop and say nothing. And then last week, my alternative was saying, just play BBC Radio. Now it doesn't play that anymore. It just chooses some random BBC podcast, which is very annoying. But now it's actually reverted back to playing BBC Radio, but it won't play podcasts at all. So if I say, Siri, play my podcasts, like the little plus and minus volume buttons on top will light up as if it's playing something, but nothing will come out of the speaker. But at least it's playing the BBC Radio again. So hey, you win some and you lose some. Yeah, can't wait for Siri 2.0.
Oh, Siri.
Yeah, we don't need to bring that up as a topic.
I think we've talked enough about that.
The HomePod or Siri? Or
Both.
Got it.
Hey, we could keep talking about the HomePod, but I think Siri's been done to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys keep talking about Apple Watches. That's fun, too. Why am I doing an Apple podcast again? Yeah.
We could keep talking about iPhones, but I don't use my iPhone anymore.
Yeah, you probably don't.
There's too much other stuff to use now. I've got my watch, I've got my HomePod. There's just no place in my life for an iPhone. Man, I got rid of my iPad last year.
And the thing is, if you didn't have that, you couldn't have any of those.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's true. You don't have to use it, but you do have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple really, really expects its users to have an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, without that, no HomePod, no Apple Watch. Christian, did you see the rumor about StreamKit coming to the Apple Watch this year?
No, I didn't. Oh, maybe I did.
Okay.
I don't know. I remember hearing a lot of rumors about it. I think one was the electro something goes up your arm, can tell you if you have. I think it was just an odd heart rate or heartbeat could warn you. And then there was something else, possible redesign. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that I heard. But what was the StreamKit thing of?
Yeah, so Mac Rumors was reporting on a new API which was called StreamKit, and there we go.
Yay!
Told you.
Reporting on a StreamKit, and their description of the feature was pretty weird. It just said it would allow Facebook and Twitter to send you more notifications, but it doesn't line up at all on what you'd expect an API called StreamKit to do. So what I would expect it to be is some sort of actual fully featured audio streaming and playback feature, like what a podcast app would need, because most of the podcast apps on the watch at the moment are, they're usable if you really want to use them, but they're certainly not smooth, seamless experiences.
Yeah, that confused me. I was thinking so you said StreamKit, and so I was thinking, before you said watch, I thought you were thinking about some new live stream thing that they were putting into all the probably iOS products, I would think at first, but then you said watch, and so then I thought maybe something that allows like video or something, because currently the only thing I think you can do video-wise is on iMessage. If you have a video that you previously have to have downloaded on your iPhone, you can watch it through your watch, which is really weird. So I was thinking more stuff like that, but notifications, I don't know how that falls in line with the name StreamKit at all.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me either, but the watch desperately needs some sort of better podcast and music streaming support, or at least to allow third parties to do it, because currently you can only stream what Apple lets you, which is from Apple Music. So I'm pretty excited about that. And the other rumor was that the watch screen is getting bigger.
Yeah, that was
without the actual watch itself getting any bigger. So maybe the iPhone 10ifying the watch, and it's gonna.
Well, they didn't.
I mean, it's already edge to edge, but you can see the bezels.
Well, yeah, you can't really see the bezels, but I'm hoping the actual screen kind of goes over the edge like a little. Because if it just barely does, I think it'll look amazing. They didn't say exactly how. So if it's really going to be edge to edge, then that'd be cool. But I don't think that's what they mean by bigger screen. I think it's going to probably be slightly bigger, maybe just barely going up to the edge or barely going over the edge.
Yeah, maybe some sort of infinity display, and finally we can say that Apple copied Samsung instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a flexible OLED, kind of like in the iPhone 10.
They also have a working Apple Watch. I don't think it's definitely not coming in like a Series 4. I think it's a ways off. But they have a working micro LED Apple Watch, apparently, which sounds pretty cool.
Can you explain what that is? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
So there are the three screen types. You obviously know LCD and OLED, but there's also micro LED, which, it's obviously different in the way they work. But all I know are the colors are better, more vibrant than OLED, and the resolution, it allows the resolution to be higher. So, but I don't know exactly how, what makes them different. I've heard a few times, just hasn't stuck in my brain. So, but at Apple, they apparently have been testing them on Apple Watches, and they have recently came out. Someone, I forgot who said it, but someone said that they have now a working Apple Watch with a micro LED screen on it. So I don't think, definitely not in the Series 4, but probably later few years, maybe we could see a micro LED Apple Watch.
Yeah, maybe with an always-on display as well. That would be nice.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yeah, might convince you to put your watch back on, David.
Probably not, but go on.
Has it moved in its drawer since we last spoke about it?
Yeah, maybe a couple centimeters. I mean, I opened the drawer, so it's it's probably jiggling around in there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, man. Especially because it's the Series 1. I know I might just at the end of the day just be disappointed to put it back on, because I'm like, damn, this thing is slow.
Yeah.
So I'm almost at the point where I'm like, maybe I will get another one, but maybe I'll just buy it secondhand and buy a Series 2. But those are still $200 or $300, and yeah, I don't know, because I have the stainless steel one too, a stainless steel space gray 42 millimeter.
Wow, that's nice.
I know, man, the fucking business, and yeah, I just haven't worn it because I'm a terrible human being.
Don't be that harsh on yourself.
Yeah, no, I really should wear it.
Have you tried it since the Siri face came out? I think that was WatchOS 4.
No. I mean, literally, it's been in that drawer since February of last year. So I got some wrist tattoos. Whenever I got those, I stopped wearing it because, I needed to keep them off, or keep it off for 2 or 3 weeks, and just never put it back on.
Yeah, right. You should definitely try it though. The Siri face I find is really good.
Yeah, I probably should.
Just don't try and use any apps because they're still slow.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you guys see the latest Face ID ad where that girl walks around looking at?
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
Open?
Yeah, where their notification doesn't work, and so they fixed it in the ad.
Oh yeah.
You bastards.
Was that ad?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was that ad.
Yeah, that the little letters popped up before the the thing moved all the way down.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
the
came out
background of the
before
notification.
The thing.
Yeah, and so they put the ad back out where they fixed that, but they didn't fix it in the actual iOS.
I think it's fixed in yesterday's update, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I would hope so, but yeah, it's just funny.
The thing that really interested me about that is that the video changed, but they didn't actually delete the old one and upload a new one. Like, it didn't get a new video URL. It was the same URL.
Yeah, I didn't hear about I didn't even hear about them changing the ad and putting a new one back out there. I never thought it changed. And as far as I've seen, it hasn't from the latest times I've seen it.
Yeah, it definitely changed.
Yeah.
But without the URL changing. So Apple has some contacts in YouTube.
That's weird.
Who, yeah. SSH'd into the server and updated the video file.
Oh, I'm sure it's that easy.
Wouldn't it be?
No, God, no. You kidding me? A CDN that huge, multi-world? Do you know how many times you'd have to replace that file?
Yeah, it's just sudo space YouTube dash ul space
no.
blah blah dot mp4.
No. It's rm-rf at root. No preserve root. That and then smash enter.
Man, imagine if YouTube just lost all its data and had no backups. Remember how Microsoft did that with the Sidekick?
No.
Yeah. I think it was a Sidekick. That was that really popular device, like just pre-iPhone, wasn't it? Or
yeah. The one that flipped out the screen like in a 180.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sidekick, the company, this is going back a long way, so my memories are very fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
But they basically, their servers, I think they said something like a SAN or a NAS crashed and their data was lost, such that if you started up your Sidekick, it would sync with an empty server and delete everything on the Sidekick. So they went to their backup provider, which I'm pretty sure was Microsoft, or they had some relationship with Microsoft, but each one was expecting the other one to have done the backups, so there were no recoverable backups. So basically they were telling their users, you can't really, if your Sidekick's off and you start it up, you're going to lose everything.
Just turn off your phone and never turn it back on again.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a Wikipedia article about it. It's called the 2009 Sidekick Data Loss.
That doesn't have like a fancy name like Bengate or Deflategate or anything? The heck, man? Disappointed.
Yeah, it should do. Actually, just reading the last article, it says, on October 15, Microsoft said they had been able to recover most or all of the data and would begin to restore them. A class action lawsuit settled in 2011. So it took 2 years. And at first they tried to compensate with a $35 T-Mobile gift card, a $17.50 check payment, or 12 free downloadable items. But then later that year, they managed to get it all back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, wow. That's a real tangent.
I'm going to name that one Sidekicked in the Face.
That's so good.
That's my fancy name for that event.
I like it. I'm just going to go and edit the Wikipedia article right now.
You should. I bet no one will change it.
No, we'll not get a strike for vandalism for that one.
No, definitely not. This is all truthful. There's no fake news here.
That's right.
But yeah.
That's pretty much all of the articles that we've been over.
Yeah, because we kind of talked about 11.3 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. And the first 3 articles are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Except for Apple just going on a tangent about how they're aggressive on privacy.
Yeah.
It seems very in your face. I get it.
Yeah, they're really promoting it. Did you see the screens after you update to 11.3 or 10.13.4?
No.
They give you that new little logo.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
It
What
was a little blurb. Wait, I'll try and find a...
Yeah.
It was a little blurb about privacy is not our first thought. Oh, no, this is the education one.
Yeah.
Not that one. Yeah, I can't find it.
I haven't updated my phone yet, but I'll do that and I'll see that hopefully.
Yep, hang on. I think I found one.
All right, you can read it out.
dailymail.co.uk. Well, it's just, here we go. Yeah, so it's a little icon of 2 people shaking hands, and it says data and privacy. So when you start it up, this is what you'll see. This icon appears when an Apple feature asks to use your personal information. You won't see this with every feature since Apple collects this information when needed to enable features, secure our services, or personalize your experience. Apple believes privacy is a fundamental human right, so every Apple product is designed to minimize collection and use of your data, use on-device processing whenever possible, and provide transparency and your control over your information. So, yeah, you'll now see, I think it's a little icon in your like status bar, like where you would see location services being cut on. There's a little two people like shaking hands now. So.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think the average Joe Blogs cares about privacy this much? Like, is this going to sell more phones?
I don't think so. Maybe to the Edward Snowdens of the world, but I mean, that's got to be a tiny market. I'm sure that there's got to be a lot of people jumping ship from Android after this Facebook scandal, but maybe I'm crazy for thinking that, but I would.
If the Reddit thread is something to go by, there seem to be a lot of people who are either, really sticking to iOS now or actually jumping ship, like you said.
Yeah.
But outside of people who actually read the Apple subreddit and people who really follow Apple News, I'm not sure how many people really care.
Yeah, I mean, I guess...
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Right. I guess at the end of the day, maybe they'll probably just delete the Facebook app. But me, I'm blaming Google.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Google's fault.
That's going to be the title for the podcast episode.
Yeah, especially when my company, like 80% of our business is going through Google, so I probably shouldn't say that.
David is just a pseudonym, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea who I really am.
Everything's a front.
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea what band I was in or told you my Twitter, which has my last name on it, or, I am the serial vapist on Reddit, so I'm definitely secure there.
Yeah. No one's going to connect those two.
No, definitely not.
I think it is important, though, for Apple to look at privacy. I mean, they are one of the biggest companies in the world, and to care about it like this is setting a good example for other companies. Companies tend to model behavior on successful companies, so if Apple can really make a name for themselves doing this, then it might be a bigger thing for everyone else in the future.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Well, the alternative is that everything about you is sold to an advertiser.
Right.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I could see it as a selling point for some Android people. I feel like most Android users are the ones like Android fanboys, let's put it that way, are more open source, hacky kind of, anti-establishment kind of folk, if I had to say, because and they're like, oh yeah, Apple and your top 40, radio songs you guys listen to in your hipster ways. I'm over here in the underground doing hacky things. It's like, all right, well, they're also stealing all your information, so maybe you shouldn't.
Yep.
But that's probably still a very small subset, but it could help.
It's funny how Apple used to be the, that underground, well, not hacky, I guess, but counterculture sort of movement.
Yeah.
Way back then, 80s, 90s, how things have changed.
I know. I've sold out, man. Did it all for the money.
Yeah, you're the one working for an advertising company.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, exactly. I was in a punk rock band and I traveled the country and now I sell ads. Yep.
What do you do for work, Christian?
What?
I don't think he's ever told us. He doesn't want to tell us. I get it. It's be a mystery.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't catch that.
Are you trying to protect your... I said, what do you do for work? And you didn't answer.
Oh,
so
I don't.
I assume you're protecting your privacy. Are you studying?
Yeah, some.
Just some?
No, I still am.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said some. I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. Not fully committed quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just here and there.
Yeah.
Anything in particular you're studying, or just
graphic
everything?
design, basically, yeah, everything.
Nice.
You never came forth with some decent artwork for the podcast.
I know. I was gonna do that the other day because I remember thinking about it. I got bored, so I think I'm gonna start working on that. Do you have any ideas of like what you want it to be?
Nah, I was kind of kidding because we probably wouldn't want to change it too much now. But yeah, if you can make what we've got look any better, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to improve on my blue stripes.
Yeah.
Even lining up the text would be good.
I'm telling you right now, you just need to make it red, white, and blue, and then America, and then we
Oh
have
my-
all the listeners. Yeah,
Yep.
that's all we need.
Red, white, and blue. That's
Yeah.
also the colours on the Australian flag.
I mean, whatever, but people are going to think it's America, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's also the colours on the Union Jack.
It's also the barbershop sign. A little spinning.
Hey, that
also
suits
Captain
Dean really
America.
well.
See, man, I'm getting into this. I think it's a great idea.
He didn't like
Yeah,
that
I get
idea.
it. You're angry.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, do you guys want to wrap things up? I'm off to see Ready Player One, which you know that movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got no idea what
Have
it
you
is.
heard of
Apparently it's a
the game?
popular book and a movie, but it just has jumped up on my radar, so I'm going to go and see it in half an hour or so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have fun. Let me know how it is.
Yeah, okay. Do you
Might
plan to see it?
I might pirate it or something.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Since you're totally anonymous on this podcast, it's fine to say
Exactly.
things like that.
Exactly. It's fine. They're not coming after me. They're coming after the people who put them on the internet. I get it.
Yeah, we're just the innocent victims who end up with the movie files.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how that downloaded on my computer.
I didn't
Put
know.
that there. I didn't know. Whoa.
There's a really good episode of Reply All podcast the other week about... Do you guys listen to that? Just before I start off on it?
No.
No.
Okay, well, anyway, someone was getting like dozens of DMCA notices via their ISP,
Yeah.
like every day. They were getting tons of these things, and it turned out it was because they had shared their Comcast login, so with an ex-housemate. So that housemate had moved out a year or two before, but was still using the login in like Xfinity hotspots or whatever you call them,
Yeah.
and had been torrenting. So the person who actually was paying the bill for the Comcast connection was getting all the notices. Anyway, they've got this segment called Super Tech Support, where someone comes to them with this crazy problem and they get to the bottom of it. It's a good podcast if you don't listen to it already.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check it out.
When you said when you were talking about the pirating and the whole I didn't know thing, it reminded me. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's kind of it's been around all over the place on YouTube. It's this video. It's this streamer. She's playing. I think it was Call of Duty, or I don't know what it was, but basically she was using this hack on stream, which that's a big no-no to anyone and any viewers watching. So like halfway through the stream, her chat is just freaking out at her, asking her why she's doing this, all this stuff, and then she tries to play it off as, oh, it's this. Do you guys ever get this glitch where there's these markers or your gun automatically locks on to your enemy and all that stuff, and then out of nowhere this window pops up with this cheats, and she just starts saying, wait a minute, Clara, what did you do? And she just, I don't know if there was this real person. I assume it wasn't, but my guess is she made up some name and just started coming up with this idea that her friend Clara came over to her house and put something on her computer and cheats. And so I can just imagine like someone pirating a movie, and then the police come in and it's like, hey, you know that's illegal, right? Wait, Clara, my friend Clara, she did this.
No, it's definitely Clara. She's definitely not
Yeah.
invisible. She's definitely standing right next to you. It's all her fault. Take her in.
Oh, she should have yelled out Lana. Yeah, that would have been even better. Lana!
All right. No. Here is the best name you will ever hear in your entire life. My brother told me this from one of his coworkers, and it's Shathid.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What is that for a name?
Have you seen
So
that Vine?
spell it. Just spell it.
Yes, just
You don't have to spell it out loud, but just write it down. Shathid.
Shathid.
Okay.
not with an E.
Right. Do you see it? I wonder how you
No.
spelled it. Hang on. I'll put it in chat. This is how you spell it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Have you seen the Vine?
You should
Hang
spell it out for people who are listening.
Yeah. Well, they'll figure it out. I don't need to
Yeah,
say it.
no,
on,
I think anyone-
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll get it. Hang on.
Man, I hope I get it after all this.
There you go. That's
Shathid.
yes. You're welcome.
Good one. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It's going to look funny coming back to this chat in 2 weeks. I've totally forgotten what we're talking about.
Yeah, it literally.
I think you're just...
I have two
annoyed at me.
messages to you that say yes, senpai, and then Shathid. That's
All right, I think we can end on that note. So, so we've still got the Patreon running. We've got 3 patrons. So if any listeners feel like jumping on Patreon, it's patreon.com/the Apple Show. And I'm James VDM on Reddit and on Twitter.
I am the Serial Vapist on Reddit and Sparks the Dave on Twitter.
I'm Lord Mythoclass on Reddit and Delano Clan 2 on Twitter.
Do you think that's easy to spell, Delano Clan 2?
Yeah, surprisingly most people know how to spell Delano, so, and then Clan is pretty simple anyways, so yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing like Shathid.
Yeah.
All right, nice one.
All right.
I'll let you know how the movie is later.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
All right. Have a good Easter too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
See you guys.